Brad, Club America just looked really good out there today.
Yeah, they look like 100 years old, right? In their history. We look like 7 months old in our journey, and of which all is true, right? So in some ways, I think it's clear for us as coaches, players, fans, staff, just to see where the level is at and where we are at. And it's almost a relief in many ways because we've been living in a fairy tale and a dream world, and sort of proving people wrong the whole way. And then you match up against an opposition like this, and then you get to kind of see where your levels are at, right? So individually, tactically, collectively, which is not a bad thing. So, yes, the 4-0, the result is harsh, and it's feels like boys amongst men. But it's almost a great learning moment for our group, just to show that there are other levels to strive for and to know what the thresholds are. So, we take this one on the chin, and again, we had pretty decent moments and then really subpar moments, right? So we try to find a battle of the balance and the medium, but unfortunately, there was too much real estate between when we looked okay and when we looked really poor. So, there was a lot of land in between. So that's now for us the job to close those gaps and to try become a little more consistent when we come up against really good teams like this.
Just the way they move the ball, some of their passing intricacies there was just tough to keep up with.
Listen, it's almost like street football, right? You're playing court soccer on 114 by 74, right? So, and it's a little drop of the shoulder, it's a little touch of the outside of the boot, it's a give and go, it's a 1-2, and again, this is a team that's been together for probably 3 years now. And they've added little bits and pieces, right? And you can see that continuity. You can see the gelling and the cohesion between the ranks. And again, I think if you just look at caliber of individual, there's 11 DPs that played for them in the starting lineup tonight, based on salary terms. So again, we don't use this as excuses. We use this as learning and growing moments.
What are one of the few positive takeaways that you take away from this game, either team-based or individually with players?
Yeah, listen, I mean, positives, Eddie Löwen gets 90 minutes. For me, that's a positive. And again, we had pretty decent moments. We created a little bit when we came over the wider areas, and I thought we created a few chances and we pressed the ball 2, 3, 4 times. We picked up the transition moments. But then the next part 2 of our transition was a little bit lacking, So again, like I said, we had really good moments and then really moments where you could see the quality. And if you come a step late, if you're not collective, if you're not connected, if your back line is too deep, if the front line is too high, if we're not compact enough, then those good teams will find a way to punish you. So, if you close down one area here, they open up one area there. If you go and close that one down, then they open up another one. So these are savvy soccer players. And like I say, you can put everything aside and just say on the day it's a better team.
Coach, we spoke earlier this week. You talked about the focus on plan A, and should that not work out, we turn to plan B. I know you've had 15 minutes, but have you given plan B any thought, and what's that going to look like this next month?
So yes, we've just told the players. Some guys will play City 2. Club America use our facility tomorrow, so we won't be in, and we'll take the next couple of days to regather our thoughts. Whether we've seen this game as frustration, whether we've seen this game as learning moments, whether we've seen this game individually good, bad, or indifferent, to use whatever this is with the energy, or rewatch the game and take all these learning moments and apply it for the run into the 20th of August against Austin, because that's our, we have 11 finals to finish off the season. And for us, we want to get over that line, these are things to look at. These things are achievable. And again, we put this aside and we swallow the bitter pill and we move on. So yes, plan B is we'll resume on the 5th of August.
Coach, with that in mind, is it also kind of a benefit that you almost get to go through a second preseason ahead of the return to the MLS play?
Yeah, not really. I mean, it's a 2-week window, right? So we give 7 days off now and then we go again for 2 and a bit weeks before the final 4 training sessions of the running to Austin, right? So it's very important to get the bodies, the minds, just rested. Again, this group has committed so much to what we do, whether it's staff, families, front office. Now's the time to think about your families, right? So just, go home, enjoy some family time, switch off, don't think about soccer for a little bit, because there's going to be enough to do in the next couple of weeks.
Is Edouard Lubin going to be able to not think about soccer?
Not sure. You have to ask him that.
Coach, what's the status of Jabulu Blom?
Yeah, good question. In the last game, I don't know if you saw when Jubs came in, he struggled a little bit and he moved a little bit uneasy. We didn't diagnose any issues. He's a bit tender in his groin area. And it's just one of the things that we just wanted to be precautionary with, because knowing that, we'd rather build up the time now. And if we were leading 2-0, we would have thrown caution to the wind, because we know a 2-0 result would have been okay. But we didn't want to risk the health of the player, even at 3-0 or 4-0. So, for us, the focus is the 20th of August now. And we made that conscious decision to not play him.
You had spoken previously about the styles of the Mexican clubs versus MLS. Is there anything you can take away from this match going to the back half of the MLS season?
Yeah, just, the use of the ball, and even against the ball. When they lose the ball, you see a hunger to win the ball back straight away, and you see a savviness, you see a feistiness, you see a desire. And we've shown a lot of that, but now these guys add another level with the ball. They have another layer of quality with the ball, whether it's individual movement or collective movement, or just quality of passing. So, so just we'll look at some of these and hopefully this will inspire us, because we've all seen it now live in the flesh, what a really good South American team looks like, and what a great team looks like over years, right? So this is, I'll compare it to Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. There's all these teams in Europe, Manchester United, I can name them all. But this is one of the biggest ones here in this region. So it's good for us to see.
We talked at the beginning of the year. You were going to play this high press. Eventually at some point, St. Louis Heat was going to start to get to you guys a little bit. A lot of pressing tonight. Your guys never gave up. Where are you at right now with your impression of this team's fitness level and going into this break?
Yeah, I think we rode waves of fatigue for sure. Which is totally normal and understandable. And then through subs, you're able to get a little bit of ignition of some new energy, a little bit of new dynamic. And then we go again, and then, guys come in and fatigue quickly, because they give everything really early when they get subbed on. So, and again, the guys, we gave it everything in terms of a physical output. And again, we had really good moments and really poor moments. So again, there's just a couple of different area codes between those two. So we just have to minimize some of the stuff and learn out of it, and really believe when we go, the other one's coming just behind. And unfortunately, it was almost like a chain reaction, a little bit too slow, not really proactive. The times we were proactive in our thoughts and in our movement collectively, and there was good synchronization. Then we were able to turn over the ball and show really aggressive body posture. Then we win the ball. So too many times, unfortunately, we just got caught chasing a little bit.
Good evening, coach. Elimination confirmed. Certainly, the participation in the tournament was not what you expected. I want you to talk about Klaus' situation, and with him, St. Louis would have performed better in the League's Cup. Thanks.
Yeah, obviously it's disappointing. If I could understand you properly, correctly, it's disappointing to get knocked out of an elimination tournament, and especially playing here at City Park, with a great atmosphere and great fans. And we've had, I think, 8 out of 13 games we've won by 3 goals or more, or 2 goals or more. So we know we did have the capacity to score goals. We showed it once or twice tonight as well. But again, these are good learning moments for us. Regarding the matter of Klaus, he started some return to play protocol, which means now getting on the field, movements with the ball, without the ball. So trying to get him more and more physical every single day. So development in his body, development in his fitness, and development in his mentality. Because obviously, for being out such a while now, confidence is a big thing in your body. So we're just trying to get him confident and feeling good about himself, and then accelerating each and every day here. So the team will get off, but obviously he will continue his build-up program, and hopefully, getting towards closer to the 20th of August, that he'll be ready.